I started people's origin stories. Tell me about yourself. Where were you born and raised?
Okay, I was raised in Tacoma, Washington, on top of the hilltop area. Until I was 13, and my real parents, I found out lived in Hoquiam, Washington. So I moved from hilltop to Hoquiam.
Well, let's see. You were being raised by who?
My foster family.
And then your real parents, you said they found out?
They found me. I found them.
Tell me about that.
Okay, so I was 10 years old. I lived with my foster family. It was John Baptist. He's the head of the State Patrol, Washington State.
Okay.
He's like the Jackie Robinson of the police world. Him and his wife Kay, or Dee, they adopted me and my two white brothers, G Money and Brad.
So it's three of you?
Three of us.
Yeah.
And they moved us to Hilltop.
Gotcha.
From Auburn to Hilltop, I was picked on as a kid because I was 340 pounds. I stuttered like Moses. People picked on me. So 13 of my brothers, the Crips, Hilltop Crips, kicked me in to be a mouthpiece. So when my foster dad found out that I was kicked into the Crips, he wasn't really like it because he's a cop. So he moved me. Hey, I found your real parents, asshole. Sorry. I found your real parents. They live in Hoquiam. They live here in Tacoma, but they're moving to Hoquiam.
So your foster dad told you,
yeah,
just to get you out.
Yeah, to get me out.
And they were in Hoquiam.
Yeah, they live in Tacoma.
Okay.
My sister, she just burned 90% of her body on Tacoma Pipe and Tobacco in that area on Cedar Street by Edison Elementary. So
you said she burned?
Yeah, she found matches inside one of my older sister's dresser drawers, and yeah, my mom and dad were at bingo, and I guess that's what the story was. And she burned 90% of her body. So yeah, kind of a tough one to say.
And so, when you got in contact with your real parents,
yeah,
did you go with them?
Yeah, as soon as they moved from Tacoma, me and my older brother Joe were left there in Hoquiam. We lived at the oldest house in Hoquiam, Washington. It's on 2401 Sumner Street. It was a 140-year-old house. It was a pretty nice house. My parents took my handicapped sister and my older brother Jeff back to Tacoma to get our stuff. And the time my mom and dad came back, when they left, my brother befriended Steve Smith, the neighbor kid, and they broke into a donut shop. Yeah, me and my brother was a crook. That's one reason my parents moved from Hoquiam, because he kept on robbing people.
Why was he robbing people?
Because he's just a robber.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, what do you remember when you moved? Were you happy? Were you scared?
I was pretty sad, because I was leaving the 13 friends that are actually loved and trusted, because, like I said, I was 340 pounds. I'm moving to a place like a real small town from a big city. I didn't know, and at 13, the kids were playing flag football in junior high. Well, I was already tackling kids, bigger than me. I was already 6'1", 280. So, 7th and 8th grade, I played tight end for Miller Junior High. And in my 9th grade year at Aberdeen, first day of football practice, Mr. Bruner, Mark Bruner, for the Huskies, tight end for the Huskies, and two-time world champ Pittsburgh Steelers, said, "Hey, Mr. Marks, Mr. Baptist, you're moving down to the receiver corps." He took over my spot. Mark was 5'5", 110 pounds at the age of 13. But when he turned 15 at Aberdeen, he was 280, 6'5". He was a big boy.
So you finished high school?
I left Aberdeen because I was hanging out with Kurt. Me and Kurt were hanging out at this cross-dresser's house. One day at gym class, the gym teacher was like, "Well, I haven't seen you taking a shower all week, Mr. Marks. I want to see you take a shower. I won't flunk you." Well, I'm well endowed, very proud. At a young age, hair on my chest, bald already. Kids always make fun of me already, so I kind of really didn't want to go dress down for gym class. So I kind of skipped school.
Yeah.
So I was hanging out with Kurt Cobain. Kurt was in my school at the time, a year older than me.
Gotcha.
I went to go to this cross-dresser's house, and we skipped school and stuff.
Gotcha.
So my parents found out about it, and they moved to Hoquiam, and it sucked.
Gotcha. And that's even, so Aberdeen's a smaller town.
Yeah.
Hoquiam's even smaller?
Smaller, way smaller.
Oh, gotcha.
I think it was like less than 25,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How long were you there?
Since the age of 19. Then my older brother Joe, the guy that kept robbing people, moved me to Girdwood, Alaska. I moved to Girdwood. I worked at the Prince Alaska Prince Hotel as a janitor. until I got married to my first wife, who passed away. And then I moved back down to Grace Harbor, worked at the shipyard.
Gotcha. After she passed away, you came down?
After she passed away, she was from Ocastas, but when she passed away, I took my 2 boys and my daughter down to Tacoma and raised them.
3 kids?
Yeah.
And you brought them all?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. At the age of 16, my daughter got her license 3 days before Thanksgiving of 2010. Well, they just raised the speed limit to 65, and behind the Tacoma Dome was really bad working zone area. Well, my daughter hit something at one of the barriers, and my boys died on impact. Justin and Drew died on impact, and my daughter died 3 days later on Thanksgiving morning. Yeah, sorry.
No, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All 3 of your kids?
Yeah.
Like more or less at the same time?
At the same time.
And how old were all they? 16?
My daughter Ashley Judd was 16. She just turned 16. My boy Drew was 18, and my older boy was 20. Wow. Justin.
And you lost them all?
Yeah. Really tough. I was just thinking back 2 weeks ago. I was in Fairfax because I had a friend named Tony Fox. Someone said she died. She's from here, from Ballard. We're best friends. Me and Tony Fox are best friends. We're both. She's from here. I'm kind of from here too, from Ballard. And, she lives on Beacon Hill. And one day, like 4 months ago, August of last year, August 3rd of last year, I was in Bellingham. I went up to Blaine, Washington to get some marijuana. I ended up going to Snoop Dogg's marijuana shop up there in Blaine. I bought a 5-pack of joints. Well, the manager kind of smirked at me when I left. When I got back to Bellingham, I was in Junkie Alley down between JJ's and the Horseshoe, and I hit the joint. I held it in for like 30, 40 seconds. When I blew out, there was fentanyl in it, and I overdosed. I stopped breathing for 11 and a half minutes. The cop that brought me back to life, Officer McCormick, he just lost 2 girls down the alley, and he brought me back to life.
And this was like pot that you bought from a shop?
Yeah.
That was laced?
Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah, he wanted to get rid of me because Donna Pio, she's in the second. Her mom is Queen of Portugal. Her sister's about to take over the throne of Portugal. Every day, Donna Pio kept saying, well, I'm a princess. I should be treated better than more respect than you've been treating me. Well, she has gluten allergies. I don't know if you know about gluten allergies. Like if me ate a sandwich, piece of bread, it's like her eating a whole loaf of bread. I have to come back to her house, sterilize, sanitize, keep food separate. It's really tough life, you know.
Well, what's sticking with me, I have 2 little girls.
Yeah.
And I can't fathom losing my kids.
Yeah.
How did you recover, or have you recovered? How do you deal with that?
Okay, well, I endorsed myself into work. My second wife, I'm about to get married to, Michelle Halverson. I worked at Brown and Haley for 10-hour, 12-hour days, and I worked at Trident Seafood as a welder.
Like you just put yourself into work?
I just went to work 12-hour days, 10-hour days.
Just workaholic, just to not deal with that.
I started drinking quite a bit.
Yeah, to numb out.
Smoking meth.
Yeah.
I really didn't start smoking meth till I was, I want to say 32, 31.
Oh yeah, a lot later in life.
Yeah, a lot later.
I mean, just to cope with that pain, which does not go away.
No, it hasn't gone away.
No.
I haven't really coped with it the last 10 years because I've been trying to think of other things to cope my mind with. Well, in 2018, I lost Michelle in Olympia to cancer. We had a verbal DV at the warming center, and the cops arrested me for verbal DV. I had no contact with her, so the judge said I couldn't see her. Found out when I got out of jail 8 months later she died of cancer. And then I found out that I was nominated for a Song of the Year, a song I wrote for my kids called Slow Down, but Skip Marley kind of changed it up a little bit for his own reggae beat, and he was nominated for Songwriter of the Year, and he got nominated for Singer of the Year.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, we lost against the Weeknd, so. Yeah. Things have been really tough since then. It's been 7 years. I found out that I got housing soon. Oh man, I can't wait. I'm so scared. I'm so scared about going inside. All I know is the outside. And in the last 7 years, it's been like, wow, COVID, the pandemic, fentanyl.
So you've been 7 years unhoused?
Yeah.
And you're getting housing?
I hope so.
And you're scared?
I'm scared.
Tell me about that.
I've never really had anything that I would call my own. I would never like. I don't want to get it and then lose it. You know, I want like my friend, him, you know, Chunk, or a couple of my other friends that have no housing. I'm going to invite them over, but I don't want them to realize, hey, you know, this is my house. I just don't want to lose it. And
okay. You're scared of receiving housing, but you're more scared of losing it. Yeah.
I don't really like it because I'm a recovering addict.
Yeah.
And when people look at me, I'm homeless, a recovering addict. August 1st, I'm in Seattle. Someone got I'm gonna be real about it. I fronted the card. I let a guy hold my card. I fronted a sack of Fedry and 20 sack. Well, he ended up getting my PIN number somehow. I went to the Union Gospel Mission after I found out that he had my PIN number. I had nowhere to call, use the phone anywhere. He stole my phone and my card. So I went to the Union Gospel Mission. And the guy said, give me all your information. The desk guy at 3 in the morning, I'll cancel it, call the number up for you and cancel it for you. Well, he lied. He gave me the 2 thumbs up. He said he canceled it. So I went to the DHS office, fell asleep in front of the office. 8 o'clock opened up. I went to the office to get my new card. I found out there was only $10 on there. So now I sent me Manic. The lady said that they got proof that 2 black guys went to Bank of America 609, was due with $440. Well, I knew this guy. So for a week, I was looking for him to kill him. I saw him by Pine Square a week later on a Saturday, and I believe in all religions, but this guy is a Muslim, and he comes up to me, and his name's Mike, comes up and says, Akamo Soleka Mike Bobo, we're all brothers in God's eyes. I said, you just need to get the hell away from me, bud. I got a knife with your name on it.
He knew? Yeah, he came up to you on purpose to try and kind of...
entice me to do what I needed to do.
De-escalate the situation.
So what I did to escalate the situation is I moved to Kent, Washington. Was if you could be homeless in King County, Kent, Washington is the toughest place to live. I got brothers and sisters there are drug addicts, homeless people that are not drug addicts. It's so tough in Kent. Kent got certain laws where you can't have a blanket around you, you can't have a tent up.
Gotcha.
Kent's not a homeless very friendly. And I think we should change that in the state of Washington, because I think everybody that doesn't have a home, 120 years ago, we all lived in wagons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think people in Kent, the mayor of Kent, should be ashamed of herself because her own kid's homeless, and they voted against the housing thing there.
John, when are you getting into housing?
I'm hoping this week. My friend Austin, he works for the homeless outreach program, housing. I'll meet him Wednesday to get ID. I have a new girl, well, it's kind of my girlfriend, but she lives on 85th. The only way I can get into her housing and go visit her is to have a piece of ID. She'll say CCS or DESC, whatever. I don't think that's right. You know, you guys have ID to go visit a family member, but I can't understand why.
And tell me, let's stay on that a little bit. You don't have ID right now.
No.
What is it like? What's the process like for you to get an ID?
How did you get my? Well, the first time, when I came out of the coma in March, I got down here from Bellingham. I found out from a friend that if I went to the DOL, told me I didn't have any money, I don't have a way to get printout, but I can, but from the DHS office, but I'm lazy, I'm a drug addict, I need help. So they could say, okay, one time only, you can come here one time only, and we'll give you free ID one time. And I got it 2 weeks later.
Did you need to give them proof of something?
Yeah, I had to show who I was, but I had state ID already.
You had an old ID already?
No, I had given information how I...
Oh, you just wrote it down?
My mom's last maiden name.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I got it 2 weeks later, and guess what happened? I got really high, just lost it. It's like, oh no. Yeah.
Well, so it sounds like, because I've talked to people and it's incredibly tough to get an ID for them.
Especially out-of-state people.
But especially out-of-state people. But for you, it sounded like 2 weeks later, that's like faster than I can get an ID.
Yeah, it's not there.
That's great.
Well, see, I put God, everything I do, like music, drugs, whatever, I always put God first. When I was in that coma, I had a delusional dream or a state of a dream where I got to heaven, I was outside the gate, I seen John Denver and Johnny Cash arguing about the best song of the year award in '68. John Denver saying, no, Johnny Cash, you deserve to win that. I'm so sad that I won it for Country Road. And Johnny lost because of Ring of Fire. And he was supposed to be the bad boy of the country. And John Denver was the good guy country. So I said, your song was good. Here Comes Jesus golden hair, platform shoes, ruby shoes, coming down. He's real tall now because he got the platform shoes.
70s Jesus.
Yeah. Comes down.
Feather hair.
He got the polka dot shoes. Yeah, he had the feather in his hat. He comes down and says, boys, quit arguing. There's another John, receiving another John here now. So I'm outside the gate, and St. Peter's telling Jesus, we made a mistake. He hit some joint with fentanyl in it. He's not supposed to be up here until 90, something like that. I'm 51, that's another 40 years on the planet. And I asked him, I said, Lord, there's two things I don't want to experience, but if I ever do die again, is the pain from the pain. I don't want to feel the pain because I have a little tolerance of pain. He's like, you know that. I know everything about you. I know you by name. I know who you are. That's why you're here. And then I said, Lord, why is it so cold and depressing on this earth? Why is it so sad for losing my kids? I haven't even dealt with it in the proper way. And he said, because you don't worship the Father continuously. When we worship the Father continuously, it'd be like here in heaven, joyful, pleasant, warm, exciting. But on earth, we don't worship the Father as much as we should. So it's sad, it's cold, depressing. And I was like, wow, after woke up, all of a sudden, damn, this guy's like, Mr. Marks, what do you need? Water! Yeah.
A second before I started rolling, you said something about serving in Iraq.
Oh, I served.
Tell me about that.
I served 3 years in Iraq. I was a Marine, former Marine. I served 3 years in Iraq. I got captured by the Taliban. First 6 months of my deployment. 9 months I was waterboarded, treated really horrible. If it wasn't for the first recon saving me.
So how? Let's walk through that story. How did you get captured? Where were you at?
We were riding our Humvee doing a mission going towards the village of somewhere in Afghanistan, on the border of Iraq, Afghanistan, and our Humvee got blown over, and I was the only one to survive out of 10 men.
And they took you. They
took me.
Grabbed you.
Yeah.
And they could grab you to where?
They took me to Kandahar, and they held me in the house for 3 months, and then about that time Osama got caught. So they said they were going to kill all of us American soldiers unless they let Osama go. And first recon saved me. They came in, the village got me out. They call it evac me out of there. They really did a number on me. They waterboarded me, put bamboo shoots in my fingernails. This is all the horrible stuff. Yeah.
It does sound horrible.
They played a lot of Whitney Houston continuously.
That sounds awful to some people.
Yeah.
Well, look, John, is there anything that you'd want to say to the people of Seattle?
What? Just start being nicer to people. When someone says hello, say hi back to them. You know, that's because we're homeless. Doesn't mean that we're dirty. Doesn't mean we're asking you for $1. We're asking you for like our hand up or something. We just want somebody to say hi. You know, good morning. You know, don't just ignore us because we're living in a tent. You think I want to live in a tent? I have 11 sisters. Every one of them, I go to their house. Hey, Joe, we got the tent in the garage. Go ahead and post it up in the backyard. Like, I really want to live in a tent.
Wait. You have family members and they say go in the tent in the backyard, not on the couch?
Yeah. It's just the way they are. It's like some of my family are other cops. They're police people. And they don't understand I'm a drug addict. They think I want to use drugs at the house. They think I want to involve that with their kids. Out you go. Yeah, even though I'm clean and sober, I've been clean and sober for 6 months. They still treat me like that. Yeah. And when I go up, what I've been trying to do, when I went to Kent, I was trying to unite with some of my cousins and some of my real family members, but they just don't understand.
Not there yet, maybe.
Yeah, not there yet.
6 months that's half a year, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's not easy.
No, especially living out here.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
And then you're getting into housing.
Yeah.
So things are moving along here.
Yeah. I hope so. You never know what tomorrow brings.
That's true. That's true.
I had a friend named Dante last week die of an overdose. And here I'm from Ballard. I thought my friend Tony died, but she's in jail. But I want to say hi to her. But I don't want to be a leaf in the front of the library. I don't want to be a leaf. I know. I think we all deserve better than just be a gold leaf in front of the library. We all have names. Like that movie Fight Club. We all have names.
That's right. You all have voices, man.
We all have voices. But
John, good to hear your voice, man. Thanks for sharing part of your story.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. All right, man.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, hang in there.